Hello and welcome back to Pebble Programming. In today's lesson we'll be looking at the general commands of Python, an object-oriented programming language. First off, we'll be looking at some print functions, some calculations with arithmetic, and then in our other videos we'll be looking at variables, lists, other commands, loops, functions, and the final grade calculated activity. So these are our lesson plans for the next few videos in our Python series of tutorials. First off, in this video, we'll be looking at the print command. First, it returns basically whatever string of parameters you put in. So we have the command prompt right here, we'll have the print command that we type in, and then in quotation marks, which designates the string, we'll type in something like hello Python or anything. And if you hit enter, it'll basically print out whatever you have. So let's try this out on the terminal. If we were to access Python, we just type in Python on the command prompt, hit enter, and you'll be brought into Python. And our version is 2.75, and you have to keep that in mind because there's some differences between Python 2 and Python 3. But we'll try out the print command. Print Pebble Programming is awesome. Enter, and it prints out whatever you put inside quotation marks. There you go. That's the print command in a nutshell. You can try different things with it, but we'll move on to some math calculations. With add, we just use an addition mark. Subtract is a minus. Multiplication is the asterisk. An exponent would be 2 asterisks. And division is the slash. And the remainder sign is how you calculate for the remainder of a division operation, and that would be the percentage sign. So let's try some of these out. If you were to do 3 plus 3, enter, it gives you 6, that's correct. Let's do 7 minus 4, gives you 3, that's correct. And if we were to do 4 times 8, 32, that's correct. And let's do 12 divided by 3, gives you 4, and that's also correct. Now if we were to do something like 13 divided by 4, notice it also gives you 3 because it doesn't give you the remainder. It only rounds it up to the whole number, so it basically rounds it up for you. Now if you were to do exponent, 3 exponent 2 to the second power, you get 9. That's also correct. And lastly, let's test out the remainder thing. So 13 remainder 4 gives you 1 because 13 divided by 4 will give you 12. 13 minus 12 is 1, so you have a remainder of 1. So that's one quick way to get the remainder, to divide while rounding up or to the nearest number, and to use arithmetic in basically the Python command prompt. Next, we'll be looking at some practice. So 3 plus 3 will give us 6, 9 minus 4, 5, 2 times 5, 10, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So this is basically what it would look like on the command prompt. In other commands, we're going to see that you can use range. If you use that right here, range any integer, that's what int stands for. So range, let's say 5, enter, and it'll give you numbers. And you have to realize that Python is a zero-based programming language, which means it starts at 0. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 integers in here. If you wanted to have 5 inside this list, you have to do range 6. And there you have 5, and just 6 different integers counting up from 0 inside this list. len stands for length of a list. So if we were to instantiate this, which we will get on to later in our variables video, let's say range 5, and then we would say length x, it would give us 5 because range 5 right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 integers long, and it tells you that it's 5 integers long. Round will actually round stuff up for you. So if you have a number that's like 3.89 or something like that, if you do round 3.89 and you want to round it to right here we have two decimal points, but if you want to do to 1 decimal point and you hit enter, it rounded up to 3.9 for you. So that's some basic commands in Python, and stay tuned for other videos on Python and more tutorials. Thank you.